Hello and welcome to Ooled Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenore and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is the horoscope for Sagittarius. If Sagittarius is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. And so, Sagittarius, this is a bonus reading for you. And our card is the Page of Wands, which also equates to the Princess of Wands. All right, and let's go ahead and take a look and see what these tea leaves have to say. So immediately I'm seeing we have E and 2. It looks like E2. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a parking spot. Maybe it's a bingo number. I'm not sure. But yes, a large E and the number 2. Now, if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe. And if you want to leave a little like or a comment, I wouldn't be mad at you. Actually, I would be quite honored. Now, let's take a look over here. We have a frog. Okay, so the frog is most definitely, now it's also sometimes the toad. I know they're not interchangeable, but you know, for my own symbolism, a little bit, right? So the frog or the toad is a symbol of what I call a backyard spirit. These are the animals, the plants, the intelligences that live in our, you know, in our environment around us. In our yards, in our neighborhoods, in, you know, the regions that we live in. Especially with the frogs or toads, I've assigned the meaning of the watcher, okay? The one that kind of protects, watches out for us. They let us know when something maybe is, you know, there that shouldn't be. A person may be lingering or, you know, just generally takes care of. And this is important. Not necessarily everything, the whole household or anything like that, but specifically the portals. Okay, the portals, portas. These are the doorways in and out of our house. These are the windows alongside our, you know, all over our house, whatever, upstairs, downstairs, the garage, what have you. So when I see the frog or the toad show up in our readings, it lets me know that spirit, the universe, your backyard spirits, they're showing up and they're saying, now there might not be anything wrong. Everything might be totally cool. But this is your calling to go in and make a check of all of your doors, all of the locks on your doors, your windows, the locks on your windows, making sure you didn't leave anything open or it hasn't been opened by somebody else, that nothing is in disrepair. You know, a window's broken, you didn't notice it at the back of the garage or something, or, you know, whatever. Just kind of going over everything. Right? Now, you might not be like me. I'm a very kind of, I don't like to call myself paranoid, but I'm a vigilant person. Okay. I do have CPTSD and that is part of it. But I also, I don't know, you know, I've just, like most of us who are, you know, women and we grew up as girls and stuff, where it's just really put into our head. We have to be vigilant, you know, and I lived alone. You know, in different places, you know, as a single being in this life, you know, you get into a habit, hopefully, of, you know, checking things out, making sure that you're aware of your surroundings. And, well, and I say that as a single person, I mean, I'm not single now, but you don't have to just be single, right? We all have to watch out for ourselves. So no matter who you're living with, if you have roommates or you know, a significant other, or your kids, or you have a bunch of dogs and they're, you know, they protect you, still, we all have to look out. So go and check everything out. Okay, I don't get the energy that anything is terribly wrong here, but, you know, kind of just that regular checking the perimeter of the place kind of maintenance, right? So let's continue on. So we have definitely a Z. We have a Z right here. You can see. Now, and it does. It's Y-O-U. U. And then we have a Z. I don't know what that means. But U and Z, maybe? Somebody with a Z name. Zoe, Zachariah. I don't know. I can't think of any other one. Zach, I guess. We also have the number 33. Okay, 33. And actually 333. We have a person on a horse. They have the Ace of Cups. So I wonder if this is somebody that you have an emotional entanglement with. This maybe is like your spouse, but I feel like probably not. Maybe, I don't even think that maybe you've been in a relationship, maybe this is an ex, but I feel like this isn't even something that's been realized really. I do, however, feel that there is a deep love here. This is maybe somebody that you were in courtship with, or there was like a flirtation. Maybe they're like a good friend and you never got romantic together or whatever. But I feel like the winds are changing a little bit. There seems to be, and this word of be keeps coming through in my mind. Like, it will be. There feels like there's a return to this closeness, kind of a reactivation of your dynamic. And I don't know, maybe you get back together, maybe you start really opening up and letting them know, you know, I have feelings for you, I love you, I care for you, I want to explore this thing with you. You know, something like this. Or maybe it is that, yeah, there's a yearning, a distance between you, but there's still that yearning coming up, right? And you just kind of indulge in that belovedness from afar, right? Nothing more intense than an unrealized love. And, you know, we know this. If you read any kind of poetry, we know the unrealized love is a most perfected love because it hasn't had, you know, the functionality to cause the, you know, the fractures that do happen, or well, let's just face it, you know, you love somebody, they're your beloved, you get married, you have a life together, you share a home, you're, you know, a partnership, your love changes, you know, it evolves, it maybe sometimes feels like it's deteriorating, you grow apart, you grow back together, you get stronger for it, you love each other in a different way. It doesn't always feel as intense, but it is enduring, and you know, so anyways, it is a shifting thing that is alive. Now, when you have a love that is kind of unrealized or mistimed, or the circumstances did not allow for this thing to be seen through, this is a love that lives in your mind, right? This is a love that, you know, maybe you dream about, that you fantasize about, you kind of swim in it once in a while, you know, but it is something that remains as it is. It does not so much evolve as a really activated relationship might. Okay. So, you know, but I think this might be the time around where you kind of, you know, find each other once more, or make the decision to really kind of put yourself into it. Now we have the person on the horse, so I know there's a sense of you know, getting up on there, going off into the unknown, deciding to be kind of brave and explore how you know, how you're feeling, how you're connecting. You know, what could this be? And we also have that Ace of Cups, which is all about those emotional waters, allowing yourself to kind of fill that cup up with that passion, that belovedness. And we also have the Page of Wands, which I always think of the Page of Wands in terms of like, you know, like when you're a kid and, well, here, my daughter, she's really into horses right now. My daughter ended up being a horse girl, which is, I never was into horses or any, you know, I love animals. If you've ever watched my readings, I'm obsessed. So much of my life is about watching and finding, you know, going outside and looking for animals. I'm teaching myself how to track a little bit, and you know, so I do love animals, but there's a certain vibe of a girl that's obsessed with horses, right? Or whatever the thing is that she loves, right? And whenever I see the Page of Wands, I'm like, that's like that energy. It is like fully engaged, like absolutely passionate about something, and emerging into these like deeper places of that, finding all of the different corridors of research and experience and sensation, and so whatever it is, right? When the Page of Wands comes up, we know there's somebody very passionate, very passionate. And so, yeah, Sagittarius, I really do. I think that you are in a place of amorous, feeling a bit amorous. Absolutely. Now, let's keep going here. I want to look. Oh, yes. We have up here, it looks like a dove or a pigeon. Maybe like a mourning dove or something. But I feel like they're in this a little bit of fiery chaos of love and lust and, you know, sensuality maybe. There is a peacefulness that kind of comes over your life. I think it's kind of like you have been going through the motions of things. You've been looking for that spark of inspiration. And I feel like this being in a mode of love, absolutely, it brings a lot of peace to your heart. Also feel like you are flourishing in a lot of ways. We have this beautiful flower in bloom here. So I do feel like it's like you get into this place of really having these emotional, these loving, these devoted emanations like coming up and coming out of you, you know. And I feel like it goes into all sectors of your life. You're happier, you're smiley, you're engaged, you're present, you're, you know, kind of floating through your days. And yeah, I do. I feel like this is absolutely, it feels beautiful. It just, ultimately, that's what it feels, beautiful. I feel like you just, sunny days, right? 70 degrees and sunny over and over and over again. Now, I saw this up here. Now I'm looking at it. It kind of almost looks like FB. So I'm thinking like Facebook. So I wonder if this is like you are connecting with this person through Facebook or looking at their social medias. Yeah, I'm just going to go back. That's what I feel like is happening here. It's maybe you're not seeing them in IRL or whatever, but I feel like there's a sense of this it's not an unrequited love. Let me just be clear. They have feelings for you, or they did. There's still a connection. Okay. I really feel like this is mutual. Okay. So we also have the number 86, 86. And I wonder if they're a Leo, because we have L-E-O right here. You can see. Here's the E and the O. L-E-O. Leo. So yeah, definitely Sagittarius, Leo match. I don't know what that would be like. If you've been in a relationship with a Leo person, let me know in the comments. What was that like? It feels like, I actually think it might be a really interesting dynamic, especially if we have like, in my mind, I'm thinking this, kind of a really, like a really kind of type A Leo person. And then we have a very confident and capable and involved, busy Sagittarius person who really can kind of like run things. That's the thing about Sagittarius people, really good at having a lot of moving parts and keeping them, kind of in motion. I always think of Sagittarius people as coming from families that have like a lot of siblings or having a lot of kids, right? And I don't know what is like, to me, is anything over 2 or 3, right? If you have like 4 siblings, I'm like, dang, it's a lot. I always forget that I have quite a few siblings because my dad had, a lot of kids with different people. I'm not a lot. Yeah, let's see. I have 4 or 5 siblings that I know of, right? I wouldn't be surprised if we have more. But my dad was a hippie, by the way. So yeah, I always think of Sagittarius people as having a lot of siblings. I don't think of myself as, because I didn't grow up with most of them. Only one of my siblings. And so I don't necessarily, I look at big families and I'm like, wow, that's a lot. That feels like, a lot of your ability to kind of traverse a lot of different kinds of situations because you have a lot of personalities and a lot of things happening. So you're good at running things, right? You're good at like management. You're good at being like the head of the household or the one that's, running the household. You're good in your work environment to kind of lead your team, this kind of thing. So that with a Leo person, I could see being like a pretty good partnership. I could also see it being maybe a little volatile, just because of, and listen, I love you, Leo. I love you, Leo people. I have a lot of Leo placements myself, especially my Venus, which is on the cusp of Cancer and Venus. So kind of a tough. I'm a little bit tough in the love department. But I could see Sagittarius having some issues with like the shortcomings of the Leo, of being really kind of a self-involved or oblivious to a lot of things around them, hyper-focused on whatever kind of fulfills them. Where Sagittarius, you deal with the whole big picture of things. So I don't know. Let me know. I'm just guessing off of what I can imagine a Leo and Sagittarius might be like. But maybe it's like I feel like you could get things done together, like building like a empire together, as long as you kind of, stay in that mutual respect. But yeah, so I don't know. We have a Leo energy, and I'm going to go over here. We're going to take a look over here. Okay, we have a bird. And it looks like they have a nest. We have the number 6 right here. Okay. Okay, we have the household here. And it looks like maybe another 6 up there. 66. We have a heart. The nest. So I really feel like this is, there's such an energy of building like like the domestic life together, building that nest together, having the home that you want together, spending a lot of time trying to create an environment where everybody is happy and it's, you know, it suits kind of the greater harmony of the family, of whoever you're living with, the animals, the, you know, maybe children or adult children, or, you know, maybe you're taking care of mom or dad and they live with you, or, you know, whatever it is. So I feel like this is really such a powerful place in your life. I think you have such pride and confidence in your ability to create a place that feels like a home, right? Where people connect, where you connect with people. And I feel like this is something that, you know, where you go to kind of, you know, where, like, I often talk about hobbies or, you know, arts or, you know, creative places within our life and how important those things are. And I'm sure that you have those as well. But I think the big thing for you is in keeping the home. And I don't just mean chores. Like, listen, I'm not saying that you're just somebody that likes to do chores. Although I love doing chores. And maybe that's the Virgo in me. But I like doing chores because it's really, if I want to be alone, I start doing chores. If I want people, my 4-year-old, to give me a little bit of time, I say, Mommy's going to do her chores and you can play. If you want to come help me, then you come help me. Now, sometimes she does. Most of the time she's doing her thing. And so I get a moment to myself, right? While I'm scrubbing toilets and stuff. But I feel like it's just a sense, maybe it's like interior decoration, or you like to throw events. You're the one that has like most of the holidays. But there's this sense of you really liking to create an atmosphere, an environment. Okay. And that, I feel it's a wonderful thing to realize about yourself and to, put the time and effort into it. I love, you know, I love environments as well. I love the way that a room feels. I love the colors and textures and even the smell and the temperature. And when you walk into somebody's space and you know that they are very acutely aware of these things and they do it with intention, oh, that is a belovedness to me. I feel such a kindredness to people when that happens. So I love and respect this. It is a wonderful thing to be aware of. Absolutely. Okay, so we're going to go over here. We're going to do, I got these new, they're called the Self-Care Affirmation Cards. These are from Purple Canyon. I actually got 3 different decks from the same company, and they're so cool. I love the little messages and the artwork. I got them in the mail, and immediately, shout out to my husband over at Dove and Serpent Tarot. his name is Paul, of course. He immediately took one of my decks. He's like, I like this one, I'm taking it. I said, all right, that's okay. We share our oracle cards anyways, but he has the empowerment deck. And I thought, you know what? I love the green, and I'm about that self-care life, so we're going to do that one. And so let's go ahead. I'm going to flip through and stop where it feels right. Okay, and it says Diamond Heart. Okay, Diamond Heart. I am worthy. Let's say that one again. I am worthy. My life is valuable beyond measure. I invite blessings to flow into my day. My diamond heart is deserving of all good things. My diamond heart is deserving of all good things. Beautiful. Yes. Can I have an onyx heart? I'm partial to onyx, and I like garnet as well. I like the rough ones. So I'm going to say, I like the diamond, of course, but I'm going to say, absolutely, we're going to say my onyx heart. I'm going to change that for myself. All right. Sagittarius, I want to tell you I love you. And I hope that you know that, because it is true. I absolutely do. And I want to thank you for spending this time with me. It is my great honor to be able to bring these messages to you. And if you would be so kind as to like the reading, the video, it does help the channel immensely. Also, if you haven't subscribed, think about doing that. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. And if you'd like to leave a comment, please do. I would love to hear from you. Especially if you're new to the channel, definitely shout it out and in the comments there. And yeah, all right. I think that's it. Okay. Well, Sagittarius, we'll talk in a couple days. Take care of yourself. I love you, and good night.